Happy Monday, everybody. This is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Penrose here at Charlotte, North Carolina and NBC Charlotte. Great pattern shaping up as we go into next week. We talked about this little warm-up into the weekend, but it's not a big deal. We laid down so much base last week, we're going to get through it, and now the cold and snow, it's returned already. I told you to be here by Sunday, and now on Monday, Tuesday, we're going to see even colder air. Here's the good news. You can see what's going on. We just had a storm system move through the east. We still got some northwest flow snow going on tonight. Snowshoe's going to pick up a couple inches. Wisp is going to pick up a couple inches, and this northwest flow is going to continue for about maybe 6 more hours this morning. I would not anticipate seeing a lot more as we go through the evening. You can see what's going on across the southeast. I'll move the map here, and you can see we've got a quick-moving clipper system, which is going to be interesting. This clipper system is really the real deal as we go into Tuesday night. This is a fast-moving clipper system moving through the Great Lakes. You can kind of see the low up there. This is not only going to bring a good surge of northwest flow snow, maybe even some snow flurries east of the mountains with this energy. The bigger story is going to be this northwest flow picking up moisture and coming down from the Great Lakes. This is another great setup as we go towards the middle of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday. Look, another little disturbance tries to come down on Wednesday. So there's a chance we could pick up a couple inches of powder down in North Carolina. I think that's a good bet through about Tuesday. But this secondary system actually has the potential to maybe drop 1 to 3 inches in North Carolina. You could see maybe right there around Mount Mitchell and Grandfather Mountain, then heading up towards Beach and Sugar. I'm thinking 2-3 inches with the snow early today and into Tuesday. But this time frame is probably a little off through Tuesday. I think it actually could continue into Wednesday. But look at Wisp down to Snowshoe and down the Winter Place. Snowshoe, look at that, 7 to 8 inches, certainly a possibility. It's going to be a fluffy snow because it's Arctic air. We're going to have a really high liquid to a snowfall ratio. So we may have 15 or 20 to 1. Below freezing temperatures, snowmaking full on. Here we go. Snowmaking for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Snowmaking is not going to be an issue. Might be a brief warm up there on Tuesday afternoon, but trust me, if you're a resort and you want to make snow, you're going to have ideal snowmaking conditions all week long. You could probably go 24/7 if you wanted to. Here's the overall pattern. This is the European model. You see the cold air with us. We get one surge early in the week, and then we get a little bit of a lift there on Wednesday because we're waiting for the next clipper system, which will bring the next surge of cold air going into the end of the week. And this surge looks pretty strong. And then going into the weekend, this is the thing that's interesting about the upcoming weekend. We've got cold air in place, and we might have the storm tracks phasing here in the southeast. I'll be honest with you, you see a lot of model data. Models are garbage 7 to 10 days out. What you look at is for the pattern. There is general storminess on the East Coast with cold air to the west. So somewhere on the East Coast, we're likely going to have some good snow. At the very least, northwest flow snow behind some of these lows, which will be tracking up the coast. And this is next Monday, by the way. The air remains cold, and this is the coldest air of the season maybe next week. Look at this. That's below zero readings coming down into Ohio and down in West Virginia. We're probably talking single digits. This is brutally cold air compared to what we've seen. The long-range models, European model, shows the snow piling up. 2 clipper systems coming through this week, and then going into the weekend, this looks like a bigger threat going into next week. Something to keep an eye on. Could be potential a lot more snow than this. GFS model kind of in the same ballpark here. You could see the model showing the clipper systems this week. Yeah, we're talking 1 to 2 inches with each clipper, probably 1 to 3 with the second clipper because it's so cold. But then this weekend into next week, there's hints, I should tell you, of a possible bigger storm, maybe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week. The real story is don't focus on specific storms. It's the pattern. We've got cold air after cold air outbreak, and clipper systems in front. So each one brings a surge of cold air and potential for northwest flow snow, and then we've got this potential for a bigger storm next weekend into early next week. The pattern has definitely switched for the better. Thank you for everybody out there who's been keeping their fingers crossed and wishing for snow, because this is what we needed. This is going to get us to the hump. I'm telling you what, Martin Luther King weekend is looking great right now. We're going to have the best conditions of the season just in time for the resorts who desperately need it for a 3-day holiday. So we're looking good for the middle and end of January. Hope you have a great week. I'll post another update probably on Tuesday, Wednesday when we're tracking that next clipper and the surge of cold air. If you are going to be doing any skiing, make sure you bundle up. The wind chills will be brutal, and it's going to be really cold at all the resorts in the southeast over the next 7 to 14 days. And as always, even though we have some snow, think snow.